finally, indictment has been brought against Leticia James, the fat, black, self-entitled, self-righteous, pompous bitch. What is her thing? Prosecutor from New York that basically, uh, you know, while she was committing fraud, she was building a fraud case against Donald Trump, which is insane. Insane that this bitch can get on here, and now she made a video and everything. It's like insane to hear her talk, especially if you hear what the evidence is against this woman, right? It's not like somebody just sucked this shit out of their thumb and fucking just made it up like she did. No. There's like, she did the thing. It's fucking clear. If you want to see the actual breakdown about it, go to Watching the Watchers on YouTube, Robert Gouveia. He's a lawyer. He breaks this whole shit down. He breaks the case down, the grand jury transcript, breaks it down. So, you know, look, if anybody in America, normal American person, did what Leticia James, I guess allegedly still did, because she hasn't been convicted, so it's still allegedly. But I mean, the proof is pretty much there. I don't know how she's going to get out of this. If they can't put this bitch in jail over this, it's over. You know what I'm saying? Then it's lost. Really, okay, really. And look, I know people are expecting me to do a mea culpa now already, because I've been bitching about the accountability thing for quite a while. But not yet, right? Just because James Comey was indicted and Leticia James is now indicted doesn't mean anything yet. You know what I'm saying? They could still get off. They could get some sort of sweetheart plea deal. They could fucking get the right judge who's basically ideologically on their side, because that is the way, unfortunately, at this moment, the justice system still works in America, is that you have ideologically captured judges that no matter the law, you see it all the time with the fucking injunctions against whatever Trump does. Trump sneezes and those motherfuckers are out there going, we're making a new law where the president, it's anti-sneezing. Trump is no sneezing. You know what I'm saying? And it's an injunction on sneezing all over the fucking world. We run the world now. They're doing it to everything. So to think that if James Comey, right, gets in front of one of these judges, you know what I'm saying, in a district that's favorable to these leftist woke bullshit ideologies and favorable to the government, you know, fucking A, man, if there's a chance they're just going to walk. You know what I mean? There is a chance. That cannot happen. They've got to do everything they can do. And look, until they're behind bars, I'm not going to cheer for shit yet. Okay? Okay? Behind bars is what counts, right? If it's something that's only worth firing about, which these two cases are not, then only firing counts. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see people go to jail that didn't commit some sort of crime. Absolutely not. But we know that these people have committed these crimes. We watch them do it. There's YouTube. There's the internet. We can go back and look and see and listen to what these people did and said. James Comey, for example, clearly lied to Congress. We watched it on TV. All of us, we saw it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what better evidence can you have than a videotape of something, right? If somebody murders somebody and they get caught on camera, it's a fucking slam dunk. You know what I'm saying? Boom, that's it. You're convicted. You're gone. That's it. So I don't know how James Comey gets out of this unless a corrupt judicial system lets him get out of it, which would be a real problem. That's going to cause a major problem in America. You know what I'm saying? No matter what excuse the DOJ comes up with, and you know what I'm saying? And for losing these cases, if they do, or if they make some sort of bullshit deal, hey, dude, it's gonna pop off, boys and girls. It's gonna pop the fuck off. As it should, because that would be crazy. You know what I'm saying? It would be crazy. So it's fantastic that she's getting indicted. And just to kind of do a little bit of a rundown, right? Basically what she did is she bought a house and said that it was going to be her primary residence, right? And that she was basically living in New York, right? So she couldn't really have this as her primary residence. And she wasn't supposed to rent it out. She wasn't supposed to make a profit on it. It was only supposed to be occupied by her or vacant by her. Nobody else is allowed in the house to rent it or do anything living in it. You know what I'm saying? That's why she got a way lower interest rate. Basically, she stole about 20 grand in total. But let me tell you, folks, that doesn't sound like a lot of money. But you, as a regular dude or regular girl, try to go and rip the bank off for $20,000 through mortgage fraud, and you see what happens. You know what I mean? You think you're going to be able to just go, well, hey, you know what I mean? What are you going to do? Everybody does it, you know? You didn't catch that guy. My neighbor did it too. You didn't catch him. What the fuck? That's not how this works, okay? And see, that's the thing. That's what the Democrats and the left and the deep state have basically done with everything. They've gotten everybody in their circles to participate in all this quasi gray area illegal shit. And over the years, it's just become normality. And now somebody's in the White House that wants to stop this shit, right? But the laws haven't been changed. Mortgage fraud's still illegal. Doesn't matter how many senators and Leticia Jameses and shit. It doesn't matter how many people do it. Lying to Congress has been illegal ever since the start. Nobody ever gets, and they're like, well, nobody ever gets prosecuted. Right, I've been pissed about that for a long time. Now James Comey's about to get prosecuted, right? And now they're like, well, what the fuck? Why me? Oh, it's political. I see what it is. No. It's not that we're picking on him. A lot of people should be going to prison for fucking what's it called? Lying to Congress, right? A lot of people. It's just now there's somebody there that's willing to enforce these laws, right? And look, it's just Trump. It's only Trump, because every time the DOJ has to do something in order to indict Comey, Trump had to write a long Truth Social post to fucking Pam Bondi saying, "Yo, Pam, what the fuck's going on? We've been waiting forever. Move it." And so James Comey gets indicted. Probably now, fucking Trump had to nudge Pam again privately and say, "Pam, look, man, what the fuck's going on? We've got enough on all these people. Why are you guys not indicting these people?" See, it's Trump trying to drive them. The problem is those people, Pam Bondi and shit, doesn't seem to be on the team, right? She has to be nudged and pushed to do everything. There's a lot of people to go after. There's a lot of accountability to be had, right? Not just James Comey, Leticia James. It's COVID. It's the Twitter files. It's Russiagate. You name it. There's a lot of shit that needs accountability. And if Pam needs fucking pushing and nudging every little time that has to happen, well, it's going to take fucking forever then, isn't it? So it's not like I was right. It's not really Trump that's trying to put the brakes on accountability. It's the people around him and the people under him making decisions that he's not aware of or telling him stories that are just bullshit. That's the fucking problem. If Trump was a king and could snap his fingers, boy, there'd be motherfuckers in the dungeon right now. There wouldn't be no fucking, they'd be in the dungeon. That's it. With a fucking ball and chain on their neck and shit, eating bread, stale bread and water and all that. You know what I mean? Guaranteed. It's the people around him. So seeing as how not everybody is on board, I'm not going to cheer quite yet. But Leticia James's case seems to me to be a fucking slam dunk. If anybody, regular person, would have done that shit, it would have been over. They would have been in jail. I don't know how much it carries. 5 years, 30. I don't know. I heard somewhere 30 years. I mean, I think that'd be a little rough. 30 years for mortgage fraud of $20,000. I think that's a little high. But a couple years, sure. Certainly not remain attorney general, never be able to work in government again. You know what I'm saying? She be a convicted felon. 5 years? I think she should go for 5 years. Especially if everybody else gets 30 years for the same thing. That would be crazy. 30 years, I think 30 years is insane. However, I don't really care what happens to her. I think 30 years is insane for normal people. Right? Like if my neighbor or my dad did something like that, I'd be like, yo, 30 years is crazy. But I don't give a fuck about Leticia James. So even if she gets 30 years, I don't really care. All right. So, hey, things do seem to be moving along though. So I am going to say one thing. We are further along on the accountability train than I was expecting to be by this time. So I will give you all that. For the rest, for the real cheering, that's going to come when I hear the fucking jail bar slam shut on these motherfuckers. And until then, I hope that's going to come fast. James Comey's trial seems to be in January. That's not too long. At least he's going to have one more Christmas, with his family. I don't even really care if he had that. I really don't think he deserves it. You know what I mean? But, okay, if it's the last one, it's fucked up. Last Christmas always fucked up. So, that's it, guys. Hopefully, we see some real action and the administration follows through on these prosecutions and we get to finally see some real accountability. I'm waiting for it. I know you guys are too. We'll see you guys next week.